Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of the Kickoff Discussion Podcast. Wow, wow, wow. It was an exciting game between Real Madrid and Barcelona at Santiago Bernabeu Stadium. It was just unbelievable because I did not expect the scoreline. I have to be honest. I did not expect that scoreline because when the game started, it was a great competition between both sides, especially in the first half. However, in the second half, a dreadful performance from Real Madrid, especially their defense, gave Barcelona the edge, and they did not make mistake to take advantage of all those loopholes from Real Madrid's defense, and eventually they got 4 goals. We got 4 solid goals against Real Madrid, which is unbelievable. I think it's unbelievable, to be honest. It's unbelievable because if you look at the standard at which Real Madrid has been playing this season, you could not expect that they will concede so much goal from Barcelona. However, I'll give credit to Barcelona as well, especially Hansi Flick, because he read the game perfectly well, and the addition of De Jong gave Barcelona that edge in that game. If you ask me, that addition into the midfield gave Barcelona the control in the game, especially in that second half, and that was what made the difference for Barcelona on this occasion. For me, from the first half, I think from my perspective, the good chance that Vinicius Junior had in that game, I think if he had made better choice in that regard, I think by passing to Kylian Mbappe, I think maybe the dynamic of the game might have changed in favor of Real Madrid. However, he chose to go for goal by himself and he missed. However, that was the only good chance they had in the first half. And in the second half, if you ask me, I think Real Madrid's attackers were so wasteful, especially in the second half. Kylian Mbappe, to be precise, I think he was wasteful in the second half because he had some couple of chances which I think he would have done better, and that would have actually give Real Madrid something in that game. However, his wasteful efforts at Barcelona's goal was to the detriment of Real Madrid because Barcelona did not forgive any error from Real Madrid's defense, and they took the advantage of every opportunity they had against Real Madrid, which gave them that four goals in the game. Lewandowski's first goal, from my perspective, I think I'll give credit to the passer of the ball, and I'll give credit to Raphinha because that little run into the midfield as if he wanted to receive the ball, that deceived Eder Militao and he drew him out of position, and that gave Lewandowski that acre of space to exploit in behind Real Madrid's defense. I think that goal was fantastic because he did not make mistakes to convert from the edge of the 18-yard box. And the second goal for Lewandowski, which is a beautiful header by him. Balde, that was a fantastic cross by him, and I think Real Madrid defense was just doing so dreadful today because that you cannot give a striker that amount of space in your box. You cannot do that, especially against a striker of Lewandowski's caliber. You cannot give them that kind of space in the box, and Balde provided a pinpoint cross into the box, and Lewandowski made no mistake to convert, and that gave him the second goal of the game, which is a brace for Lewandowski. From my perspective, I think Real Madrid's defense was dressed, especially in the second half, and those goals I was considered was too cheap for me. It was too cheap because they were carried away. I would say they were carried away in that game. And again, Lamine Yamal's goal, for me personally, if you ask me, I will blame Lunin for that goal because Lamine Yamal just have only 15 chance of scoring that goal, and he still beat Lunin at the near post. I think Lunin should have done better in that regard. He should have done better in that aspect because there is no chance for Lamine Yamal going back or cutting back from that angle. Well, he took his chance, and well, it resulted into a goal. And lastly, the goal by Raphinha, that was a fantastic goal by the way, and I would say again, Real Madrid defense was just shambles tonight. It was complete shambles tonight, and for me, I think this dreadful performance by those defenders, I think that's the worst I've ever seen them play. That is the worst I've ever seen them play this season because cannot play like that against a bright attacking team like Barcelona. You cannot do it. You cannot do that. I think they did the same thing against Borussia Dortmund and they got away with it. But this time around, Barcelona are not so forgiving for doing that kind of thing, especially in an El Clasico game. El Clasico is an intense game whereby any team that has that opportunity, that has the first opportunity, should just make use of it. If you do not do that, whenever opposite team, the opposing team had that opportunity and they took it, that would be the end of the game. And that was the same thing that happened in this game. So for me, I think it was a fantastic game for Barcelona because they were fantastic, especially in the second half. Because in the first half, Mbappe was on top of his game and he tormented Barcelona's defense. He tormented Barcelona. He gave them a lot of problems. However, in the second half, he could not replicate that form and that he could not replicate all those things in the second half. And Real Madrid was nowhere near the standard of Barcelona. I think, from my own perspective, Carlo Ancelotti got it wrong. He got it all wrong. For me, I think he would have just made some changes in that game, which might have changed the dynamics of the game. However, he could not, and Hansi Flick got all the 3 points at the Santiago Bernabeu. They are playing at home, and this performance was just so dreadful for me. I think it was dreadful from my perspective. And congratulations to Barcelona because this will also push them a bit on the table, and it will solidify their first place spot. So for me, you can drop your thoughts in the comment. These are just the things I've observed from the game. You can drop your thoughts in the comment section. Let me know what you think about the game. If you are just coming across this video for the very first time, please do it to like and subscribe. And if you already have, please kindly smash the like button and drop your thoughts in the comment section. Thank you very much. I will see you in another episode, and bye for now.